For a little bit of background on Tchiloli Theater, before São Tomé got independence, only Tchiloli was allowed to be performed. And Tchiloli groups were known as tragedies, and they comprised of about 30 or more men. And this type of theater was shared more broadly starting in the 1960s to the 70s as it was performed at theater festivals. And this would usually be performed outside on a dirt part of someone's backyard during the dry season. All of Tchiloli Theater is about the tragedy of the Marquis of Mantua and the Emperor Charlemagne. So this story is about Don Carloto, who was the son and heir of the Emperor Charlemagne, who murdered his best friend Valdivinos. So this passionate crime, which was motivated by Don Carloto's passion for Sybil, who was Valdivino's wife, led the two families to debate issues of law, justice, and governance. The emperor was faced with the dilemma of choosing between national interest and paternal love, and his son was executed in the imperial fortress in the end. This story was really important because it talks about governmental corruption that was happening in the country. But also in São Tomé, this was a place that never had a monarchy, and although this story talks about a monarchy, this historical saga is presently adapted and new judicial and contemporary elements are added to make it more suitable for the community. Here we are going to delve into the traditions of Tchiloli Theater. So the first tradition is really all about their costumes and appearance, including their makeup. As you can see here in the clip, they put on some white makeup, and since there are no women allowed in these theatrical shows, the men also dress up as women and they play all the characters. They also wear masks out of cheesecloth and wear very bright colors, including bright wigs and hats for the dancing ceremony. Some other traditions are drinking palm wine and aguardiente before each performance and then spilling aguardiente across the stage, as you can see here in this clip. And these performances can go as long as 8 hours, but usually for contemporary performances now, they usually go for about 2.5 hours. Roles are also passed down from father to son, meaning a great deal for when the torch is passed from generation to generation. During the performance, in moments of suspense, there is monothematic music to emphasize those moments of suspense, but then there is also a separate ceremony that really involves music and dance. And this part of the performance is called Danço Congo. It's very colorful with costumes and masks, and music gives rhythm to the dances and underscores other movements on stage along with the suspense. A lot of the instruments that are played are flutes, drums, and sucalus, and sucalus are native instruments to São Tomé and Principe in the form of a basket with seeds inside. The last aspect of this type of theater is the notion of audience participation. Audience participation in Tchiloli Theater is encouraged. The show can actually be interrupted by a conversation or even a meal. Audience members will have typically seen the show many times, so they will know when to interject and collaborate with the actors. And audience members act like interpreters. They really translate the show to address present-day problems. With everything that makes Tchiloli Theater what it is, it's a really unique theater experience that not many people know about and is slowly starting to phase out of the mainstream, even in São Tomé and Principe. So it's really important to learn about it, talk about it, to keep it alive, because it's a really important story to tell for these communities.